Salutare lume și bine v-am regăsit la un nou episod de pe acest canal. De data asta jucăm Call of Juarez sau ceva de genul. Haideți să dăm aici story. Bine, am aici continui că am jucat eu mai de mult și mi s-a salvat de acum nu știu cât timp. Deci jucăm pe normal, așa. Este un joc despre Cowboy sau ceva de genul. Uite, vedeți, 1910. Deci eu sunt un cowboy și habar n-am ce trebuie să fac. Haideți să dăm skip la chestia asta, că nu mă interesează. Vreau să ajung o dată să joc. Azi, din fericire, la școala mea este, adică s-a făcut grevă și azi nu mă duc la școală. Deci, da, mai mult timp pentru filmat. Deci,
it was about 30 years ago.
Mai multe episoade. A fost acum 30
Billy
de
was
ani.
hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs.
Mi-am dat ceva nugget soft. Dacă vedeți acele
I
părți
threw
negre
in
de
with
la
the
joc.
kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day.
Ok, deci am niște skill point-uri. Haideți să luăm asta.
I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly
Făcuță!
I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Ok. Pe aici trebuie să merg. Press on.
You heard that. Either stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Ok, trebuie să omor pe ăștia, dar vreau să mă duc sneaky.
Shoot that sumbitch!
Am luat experiență, că am omorât inamicii, o să ai nevoie ca să faci level, ok. Și când fac level mi se deblochează chestii de aici, vedeți, și dacă îmi dă un punct din ăsta și pot să-mi cumpăr din astea.
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Astea.
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Deci a fost ca să mă concentrez, ok.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Headshot. Am luat pe fraier. Bă, mie-mi place joculețul, chiar e șmecher. Hai să mă ascund că o să mor. Hai un glonț. L-am nimerit, dar nu l-am omorât. Și acum e mort. New level. Vedeți, fiecare dată când fac level o să-mi iau din astea ce avem aici. Revolver. Deci aici o să am mai multă capacitate pentru mai multe gloanțe. Longer combos, don't stop your clean. Cred că o să iau pe astea ca să am mai multe gloanțe. Trebuie să dăm și un reload aici. Perfect. Să iau gloanțe. Hai. Cum am ratat?
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads
They
cut
send
off.
these some bitches running.
Shit. Să vedem dacă OBS-ul filmează, ok. Vedem dacă totul e în regulă, perfect. Shit. Mamă, cum mi-am dat aici, nu ești nebun. Shit. Ăla nu-i nou acolo.
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
You can't avoid.
Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Oh, puteți să mă feresc?
You think you can kill me too?
Da, cred că poți să topești pe mine. Ai văzut? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
Dăm și un reload, ok.
I'm here. Kill him.
Ăla nu-i om acolo. Mă, să mă uite că nu-i pare. Mamă, nu, dar am niște headshot-uri, ești nebun. Dă multe headshot-uri.
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Ia să luăm de aici bățele.
Then,
Perfect.
I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiot.
Back door.
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the
Shit.
house.
Da, bă, mă lasă să se tu pe aici. Nu. Știu că era acolo să spargă.
Cut their numbers in half. But that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
Perfect.
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave, and upstairs I found Billy and Charlie Bolger.
Am găsit pe Billy și pe Charlie. Ăsta e pentru Charlie. 21. Da, ăsta e Billy, ok, nu-i Charlie. Ăsta e deștept și a omorât 21
Billy
persoane,
looked
cred.
at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of.
Da, eram...
Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Worth $500, dead or alive.
Shit.
I can keep this up all day. I think I got one.
Ăștia trag prin pereți așa.
Where the hell Garrett get to?
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming. That's when Charlie got hit.
Atunci...
They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy.
L-am urât pe
Get to the
Charlie.
other side.
Nu, Charlie. Pe Charlie, ups. Trebuie să vă dau sus stânga. Da, mă, mă pe Charlie.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatlin, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention.
Okay, deci trebuie să
He
luăm
directed
calul.
that order at me,
Și ăsta a fost
and
lovit?
I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. dumbass that I was back then.
Q.
Make a run for it! Those poor sons of bitches are
Many
done
would have
for.
fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack is just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Ce avem aici on the run. Ok, da, ca să dau reload când fug, asta e bună. Mamă, ce reclame la ea. Poți de publică.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach.
Chicken, what's up? Să uităm dacă e cineva pe aici. Ok, nu-i nimeni.
And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Șeriful. Salut. Pat Garrett. Ok.
You challenged him to a showdown.
De fapt, de ce se vede așa?
You read that in a
Cred că e
dime
efectiv ăla
novel?
de căldură.
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Trebuie să folos. Ok. Trebuie să stau puțin pe el ca să mă focusez. Hai să tragem aici în piept. Rici. Ok, deci când se duce la armă.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
Deci nu l-am omorât?
I stepped inside, and
Ok, deci a
last
fost
thing I
invers.
heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Ok, deci nu l-am omorât. Continue. Să mai capit. Nu să merge la găsești hard. Nu, deocamdată nu vreau să dau pe hard. Dar dacă o să fie așa easy pe parcursul jocului,
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
Șeriful ăsta. Billy the Kid. Deci
And the kid surrendered? When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Okay,
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Bă, până acum e șmecher joculețul, îmi place. Hai să dăm start.
It's important to know
Vreau să văd aici.
and with
Ok.
Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
Lincoln, ce? Deci suntem în 1881.
He was with John Kinney's gang. And they were sworn enemies of Billy's
Suntem în
regulators.
închisoarea Lincoln.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, All I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence.
Poți să sar acolo?
Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move.
Bă, s-a de împușcături.
He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Hey. Aruncat cheile. Take.
My first order of business was finding a firearm.
Să mișcă o leacă cam... Nu știu.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Ok. Bă, fumul de câine.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy? That little son of a bitch shot Jim Bell!
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away! Oh my God! Anybody see him?
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
How the hell did
Shit, nu... Fuck. Bă, stați așa să mă duc să închid lumina, că mă cam dor ochii de la lumina asta. Așa, perfect. Haideți să dăm aici space, să mai încercăm încă o dată. Habar n-am unde trebuie să mă duc, dar cred că pe aici, apoi pe piatra asta. Așa, apoi pe aici, ok.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever going to find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there.
Ok, stați să-mi se refacă viața
I
când vreau să
tried to
mor
be
de prima.
stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
Cred că aici trebuie să fim sneaky. Ok. Haideți să mergem sneaky atunci, pe aici nu mai am nicio...
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
Mamă, ce mă enervează shotgun-ul ăsta. Ce fel am murit este aici?
That's it for you. Let's do this. Town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring.
Salut, știi că te văd, nu?
I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Shotgun-ul ăsta nu prea mă joc de ce dracu? Nu știam cum trage. Asta fac, a căzut de la balcon. Bă, shotgun-ul ăsta nu prea mă ajută cam cu nimic. Dar... Stați așa, ok.
Surrender yourself. Hey, get your headstone.
There's children here.
Stop him.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
You're threatening the lives of innocent people.
Înainte să mor, stai să le iau de aici curanțe. Perfect, hai să ne urcăm. Am dat peste cărți din tășeală, ok. Haideți să ne urcăm.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Respect for decency?
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
I don't get paid enough for this. You can run, but you can't hide forever. I've got this. On yourselves. How the hell did he get away?
Ok. Shit. N-am văzut acolo.
I'll flank him.
L-am văzut și pe ăla acum în colț. Nu mă interesează asta. Nici asta, dar trebuie să le iau totuși. Hai să iau pe asta, asta e ce-mi vedea. Ok, și am revenit aici, scuzați, trebuie să luăm o mică pauză, ok? Unde eram? Oh, shit. E acolo, fraierul. Mă ridică-te.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. Dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun.
Ok, deci ăsta e
So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Hai să mă focusez mai mult. Ce? Când auzi bătaia inimii, vreau iarcan, ăsta.
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was off.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job with the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the Cowboys.
Episodul al doilea, Cowboys.
The most...
Un grunț pentru bătrânul om. Hai să dăm start.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the Cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
I did my best to help those poor passengers. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the Cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's Cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the Cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Stand and fight, you coward!
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous created remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Pat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. The old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wild dog. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Ok. Bă, dar mă nevați-mă, poți să mă fac să nu mai faci ăștia bine? Și că cantarul ăsta
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till Kingdom Come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo.
Posso să mă mor din prima.
But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun. Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me. Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me. Show yourself! Let's see what you got. What a piece of crap! You want to stupid zombie!
Am aruncat-o.
I don't know how you lived this long.
De cât mai are viață și nebun.
Give him a dirt neck!
Nu.
Wait! Goddamn book! Apparently one of the cowboys made it out of there alive. And told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Hai să vedem ce sclop putea să ne luăm. O să luau pe ăsta ca să dau reload mai repede. Bun, dar ei se încheie și acest episod. Dacă v-a plăcut, nu uitați să lăsați un like și un subscribe. Ne vedem data viitoare. Bye bye!